I kind of wanted to. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know. I wanted to watch this one. She left her toddler alone for 10 days to vacation in Puerto Rico. My wife actually watched this one recently. I think cops aren't taught trigger discipline in general. Well, yeah.
You committed.
This has been a Pig production. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. This has been brought to you by Bionic Pig. Okay.
The ultimate act of betrayal. Leaving your baby terrified, alone,
Cops aren't trained to shoot at an arm or a leg. You're aiming at a trunk or a head, shoot to kill, or you should use another option. That's dumb. Sorry, that's really stupid, I feel like. I don't know. That sounds stupid.
To suffer what
anyway, let's stop talking about cops. Let's start focusing on this awful fucking mom.
In prison for leaving her toddler home alone for more than a week, where she starved to death while her mom jetted off on vacation. Prosecutors say 32-year-old Crystal Candelario left her 16-month-old daughter Jalen alone and unattended at her home beginning on June 6 of 2023. Candelario didn't return home until 10 days later on the 16th.
Wow.
And upon returning home, she made the tragic discovery. Her daughter was found unresponsive in what investigators described as a filthy playpen. She had been extremely dehydrated, and the young toddler was pronounced dead at the scene.
What did she think was going to happen?
According to the medical examiner, Jalen's body was extremely emaciated. She weighed less than 14 pounds at the time of her death.
My God.
Investigators say Candelario left her daughter alone while she vacationed in Detroit and Puerto Rico. She was arrested and booked a day after returning home and discovering her daughter's body. In February of 2024, Candelario pleaded guilty to charges including aggravated murder and endangering children.
Right away. No trial, no nothing. Out right to jail, right away.
Candelario's sentencing, the prosecution said investigators combed through more than 600 hours of Ring camera footage, which actually showed Candelario left her daughter alone for 2 days before she jetted off on her vacation.
If in fact we would have gone to trial, the evidence was going to show that Crystal Candelario left the state of Ohio on 6/4/2023. She leaves because there is a receipt that's found in her car that she is in Taylor, Michigan. Unbeknownst to Ms. Candelario, her neighbors had Ring doorbell, and the Cleveland Police Department Homicide Unit has gone through 648.
Is there something? No, she's just a fucking awful person. Mentally ill psychosis is something. No, she's just a fucking terrible narcissist who's like, I don't want to have to deal with the child. I want to live my life and go to Puerto Rico, you know? Fuck it. And that's what she did. Mic out again? Fuck off! It's back on!
Hours and videos of the Ring doorbell.
Stop saying Mike! It's back! Stop saying it! We get it! Fucking
see in this presentation. Okay. With regards
it's roboting
to
now? No, it's not.
She returns to
you guys are
Cuyahoga
lying.
County on 6/6 at 7:41 a.m.
It's working.
So at this particular point, we have reason to believe that this child was left alone for 2 days now, and she returns on 6/6/2023.
Prosecutors say after returning on June 6 of 2023, Ring camera footage captures Candelario again leaving Cuyahoga County, Ohio, where police cameras later captured her movements in Detroit, Michigan.
Through the search warrants, we were able to retrieve her.
Look at this little baby man. He can't even operate a microphone properly. What a loser.
And
I'm gonna start banning.
From Puerto
I'm gonna
Rico,
start banning, chat. I'm gonna do it.
6/8 to 6/11. And it says that her abrupt stopping of medications played a significant role in her ability to function as a parent and make
What a bullshit. Oh my
decisions.
God.
So when we look
Oh, because you stopped taking your meds, you just forgot to take care of your child? You made bad decisions because you stopped taking your meds? What are you talking about? What a fucking shit excuse. Dude, that just shows how much of a narcissist and a piece of shit she actually is. Because if she wasn't a narcissist, and if she did have mental issues or whatever, she would be saying, no, I'm a terrible fucking parent. I'm awful. Just lock me up for doing something so heinous and terrible. Not, oh, it's probably because of my meds. That's why I went on a 10-day vacation to Puerto Rico and left my daughter to die.
look at, these are items from her phone. Her actions indicate to us that she is in Puerto Rico having a good time with friends and that there is not a care in the world about the 16-month-old that was left alone in the pack and play. These pictures show somebody who is showing some discretion and judgment because she's having a good time. Meanwhile, this child is in a pack and play.
The prosecutor said during Candelario's vacation, Ring camera video captured the sounds of crying from her toddler while she was left unattended. When she returned on June 16th, prosecutors say upon discovering her daughter dead in the pack and play, Candelario redressed the young toddler before calling 911. Portions of that phone call were played before the judge in court where Candelario can be heard screaming for help.
I don't know where you're at, so tell me the address so we can help you.
So you changed your daughter's clothes to make it look like it's not as bad, and then screamed like I refuse to believe that this is legitimately her being upset. I think she's more of, oh, I really got to put on a scared voice. Really got to put on a voice that I'm actually distraught so they believe. Right? Like, who the fuck changes your daughter's clothes? Oh, she's dead. Oh, quick. I gotta make it look like she's not in a bad situation. Fucking awful human being.
Okay, is there a single double in apartment? What's your name? Crystal. What's your last name, Crystal? Crystal Candelario, please help me. And what's your number in case you get
Dude, shut up. Shut up. There's no. Fuck you, you stupid bitch. So fake. Oh my God.
Shut up, bitch!
The next day, she went back to Detroit to visit one of the...
She sounds more psycho than scared. Exactly. She's trying to play it up. Act like, oh, I have to act like I'm really upset about this.
Men she had been dating. During her interview with investigators, Candelario claimed she had been home all week and her daughter hadn't been eating well for the past few days. She said she woke up that morning and found Jalen unresponsive.
So that was just Monday and Tuesday of this week. She was throwing up.
Yes.
And then how was she Wednesday and Thursday?
Dude, she tries to make up an entire story too. Wow.
Because she was refusing. Maybe it's because she didn't want me 2 days, before.
Yeah.
So that's why that was scary because I say, oh my God, maybe go to the hospital.
She definitely looks like a mom who just lost her daughter. That's for sure.
Because she doesn't eat anything. She was loose tiny, her way.
She's talking so casually about her situation with her daughter after she just, this is totally how a mother who just lost her daughter would be talking right now.
Lose, her weight. But right now, in this morning when I wake up, she was asleep. She sleeps every day 12 hours.
Okay.
She sleeps like at 9 p.m. to 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay.
12 hours. So, in this morning I was sleeping too. I never wake up. She was...
what happened? What was going on last night?
Last night she was crying a lot. And I see one moment when I was.
This is pissing me off, dude. This is pissing me off so much.
And she was screaming like, I don't know, probably she get in pain.
Okay.
Maybe.
About what time was that last night?
Probably she get in pain. Maybe?
7
Perchance?
p.m.
Per se?
So she was screaming like, probably for pain or something like that.
She watched the Casey Anthony documentary and said, oh, she cooking.
And she wake up.
Yo, thank you for the raid, Danny.
I see she looks like a really, really dry, like a, ¿cómo se dice cuando una persona se chupa, o sea, se...
Kind of like...
Yeah.
Oh, like her face was sunken in?
So, yeah. Y ahí fue que yo me asusté.
So it's like she's almost happy?
Prosecutors.
Yeah, because right now she probably thinks she's spitting hot fire. She's like, oh, man, I got this in the bag. This alibi is hard locked in. There's no way they're going to find this out.
Jalen died a horrible death, prompting them to bring in the medical examiner, Dr. Elizabeth Mooney, to explain to the judge the terrible and horrendous conditions Jalen suffered.
Unfortunately, this is one of the most tragic and unfortunate cases I've had in my career thus far. So today I speak on behalf of her and her findings with the course of my examination. We received Jalen at the medical examiner's office from the scene of her residence, at which time she was clothed in non-soiled clothing, indicating her body had likely been dressed prior to first responders' arrival, as they had mentioned before. So at autopsy, I examined the body of a very emaciated female toddler. At this point, she weighed 13 pounds. Upon review of medical records, this indicated approximately a 7-pound weight loss since her previous doctor's visit less than 2 months prior to that. The eyes were sunken, and she had temporal wasting in her face. In addition to that, the skin showed markedly decreased turgor, meaning when I pinch the skin, it remains in that tented position, indicating severe dehydration. In addition, there was abundant fecal material present caked on the fingers, the fingernails, the hands, the feet, as well as the soles of the feet. The same material was found.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm going to skip a little bit.
Nutrients. Her kidneys failed, and based on the decomposition.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm skipping that, chat. That's getting too detailed for me.
Before her mom returned and discovered her body. Jalen's cause of death was ultimately ruled as starvation and extreme dehydration due to pediatric neglect. The state said none of Jalen's family called their office to ask about the case. Instead, they were more concerned about Candelario. So law enforcement became the voice for the toddler. Sergeant Teresa Gomez.
The entire family is full of narcissists.
Emotional
wonderful.
As she explained Jalen's young life was cut too short for no apparent reason.
This tragedy should have never happened. I am Sergeant Gomez from the Homicide Unit. The entire Homicide Unit, Cleveland Homicide Initiative, and our partners from the FBI are here today in honor of baby J. Lee Candelario. When we were first notified of this horrific case, we were all heartbroken. But when we started digging deeper into the investigation, it was beyond horrific.
Everybody but the family is shaken. Dude, isn't that so disgusting?
It was revealed that the defendant...
Like that people can be that fucking cold and just not giving a fuck. Like literally everyone has more empathy than the people who are literally involved in the situation. It is just, that's baffling.
Candelario left her own child alone for hours, which led to days, which led to weeks. This 16-month-old baby was left alone in a pack and play to fend for herself for 11 days with no food, maybe milk, the clothing she had on, and the diaper she was wearing. This baby loved her mother, she needed her mother, and her mother betrayed her.
Later, when it came to the defense's turn to speak, Candelario's lawyer, Derek Smith,
11 days,
didn't condone her actions.
Everything that I'm about to get into here today.
Dude, like, this is why lawyers always just make me grossed out. Imagine defending that. Imagine trying to defend that, like, piece of trash. Like, I can't, that's just... Remember
My
Amber's
client
lawyers?
agrees.
Yeah.
Is no justification for her actions. And
Okay,
what the
he's
prosecution
spitting.
said, actions matter, and these actions are narcissistic, selfish, abhorrent, absolutely worst parenting imaginable.
Okay, he's spitting.
She pled to aggravated murder. She pled to child endangering. So everything we're about to tell you is mitigation.
The defense says Candelario was struggling with being a single mother of two.
Fast forward to 2023. It's just overwhelming. She even tried to harm herself.
Oh no.
Ended up in Metro.
No, he's not spitting anymore, chat. He's not spitting anymore. Now here comes the excuses. Now here comes the excuses. He was spitting for a second. And then he had to hit it with the but this is worst human, disgusting, deplorable, awful parenting, narcissistic, disgusting. But yeah, she was depressed? Like, are you fucking kidding me? She was out partying in Puerto Rico.
In early February of 23, after spending just a few days in her room alone, her mother went to check on her.
Oh my God.
Her
No,
whole
don't you dare.
Side of her body was numb. Didn't know what was going on. They took her to Hillcrest Hospital. She was admitted there, and they were doing some evaluations for her migraines. She was
You're
complaining about
fucking
headaches
kidding me.
and weakness, facial drooping. Thought it was possible stroke. They put her on IV Depakote, which is a anti-seizure, also used to treat manic disorder. And at the end of the day, after
Look at her face. She's like, please feel bad for me. Please. Please, everyone, feel really bad for me. Come on. Please, guys, feel bad for me. Please.
evaluations, she was clean. Nothing wrong with the brain. They gave her oral Depakote and Effexor, 2 antidepressants, and sent her home. She was not very clear on what those were, but she was taking them supposedly as directed. And then
So you're saying because she wasn't taking antidepressants that her judgment was so poor that she went on a 10-day or technically 11-day vacation and left her daughter at home? And she's laughing?
returned to Hillcrest Hospital again in March.
Is she laughing?
But she was taking them supposedly as directed. And then she returned.
And she's laughing? Dude, fucking put her in the chair. Give her the goddamn chair. Holy fuck, what a piece of shit.
To Hillcrest Hospital again in March.
Wow.
And there was a note from the doctor saying that
Wow.
she should have had plenty of Effexor, but she's saying that she's out and she needs more, and she's coming back with the same problems. So they got her evaluated again, and they were saying that her anxiety and her stress was the trigger for these physical manifestations to what was happening to her, for the loss of sensation in the side of her body, the numbness. And they prescribed her more Depakote, more Effexor, and also Atarax to help her sleep because she wasn't sleeping.
What does this have to do with parenting?
Of 2023. And, take the medications as prescribed. And then medications ran out.
Breaking news, murder is a side effect of sleeping pills and anxiety. All right.
Wasn't feeling any
Awesome.
better, they weren't working, she stopped. Not supposed to do that with these drugs, Your Honor. These are very serious mental health drugs.
You are joking me. I'm honestly speechless. Fuck this lawyer. I know technically he's doing his job. That's their job, but holy shit, fuck this lawyer. Wow. Coming up with an excuse like that? That's insane. That's insane. It's not like it's schizophrenia. Yeah, dude, even if you had schizophrenia, you'd still be a better parent. Like, holy shit.
And you need to be tapered off of these medications, or there could be some side effects.
Yeah, you know, side effects of wanting to go on vacation for 10 days and leaving your child at home. That's a very common side effect. We all have that, right, Chet?
The actual underlying conditions that she may have had or been suffering from are also going on medication.
It doesn't look like she was suffering from any condition when she was there, partying.
This time.
Smith said the photos of Candelario on the beach didn't show the entire story, adding she was hiding her depression from herself and her family. He said there was no justification for Candelario's actions. She could have called authorities or done things differently.
When you're in that state, when you're off medication, mismanaging your thoughts, you're not thinking clearly. Her body just, she had to get out, and she was having fun. If she was okay, in her mind, Jaylene was okay.
Wow, that is such a reach. That is so far of a reach. What? Oh, I'm having fun in Puerto Rico, so my daughter's definitely having a great... What? This guy has absolutely no clue how brains work. This is appalling. This defense is a joke.
Of course that's not the case. But I will point to when she did finally get home, and we heard that 911 call.
Yeah, the very, very poor acting 911 call. Yeah, we all heard that.
She didn't want this to happen. You could hear that.
Oh my God! Dude, she's pulling out. You were just laughing. You hit your cue. It's time. He's talking about the moment when you found your baby. That's your cue. Start crying, you stupid bitch. Start crying, you dumbass bitch. Oh, right on cue. Oh my God.
Screaming, help me. My daughter's dying. Yes, because of your actions. Because of what your choices were. And you took responsibility for that. But that call, that one tiny breach from whatever was going on in her head, that reality that her daughter was dying, she was calling for help. She didn't want that.
The defense called Candelario's mother and father to speak before the judge, and despite the prosecution saying Jaylen's extended family never followed up with the state about the case, Candelario's family, through an interpreter, said they were sorry for not seeing the signs their daughter was struggling on the inside, and they will...
Please, yes, focus on your daughter's mental issues, not the fucking child who died and suffered for 10 days straight. Yeah, feel bad for your fucking... Oh, God. All my faith in humanity is gone, man. The fact that people like this exist is still to this day. I see it all the time, but it's still baffling when I see it every time.
Will never forget Jaylen.
No one ever imagined that this suffering would culminate in a tragedy.
Y hoy aquí quiero decirle a Jaylene
And here I'm.
que eres nuestro ángel, Jaylene.
I want to say here before Jaylene, our angel,
Tu recuerdo vive en nosotros.
that your memory lives within us.
Siempre te amaremos.
We will always love you.
Te acuné en mis brazos.
I held you in my arms.
Tus abuelos nunca te olvidarán.
Your grandparents will never forget you.
Perdóname, bebé,
Forgive me.
por vivir la oscuridad del conocimiento.
For
You know what? I feel like they should get punished as well. I feel like they should get punished as well. You're her grandparents. You knew your daughter was going to Puerto Rico. You saw your daughter in Puerto Rico, most likely without her child. You never asked about her. You never asked, hey, did you find someone to watch your kids? Hey, I really want to go see Jaylen. I haven't seen her in a while. It's been 10 days. Nothing. You didn't say a goddamn word. Nothing. That's disgusting.
being in the dark.
Candelario also addressed the court where she appeared visibly emotional. Through an interpreter, she said she was extremely hurt by everything that happened.
I'm not trying to justify.
Oh, I am so sorry. I feel so bad for you that you got hurt. That you got hurt in this situation. I'm so sorry. Oh, poor girl.
y por lo que estaba pasando.
And what I was going
But nobody knew how much I was suffering and what I was going through. Oh my God, someone just jump over the stands and deck her in the face, please. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. I cannot believe you're making this about yourself. That is wild. I mean, it is about you, but like in this way, that is wild.
Todos los días le pido perdón a Dios y a mi hija, Yailin.
Every day I ask forgiveness from God and from my daughter, Jaylene.
Put her in a diaper and leave her in solitary until her fate's the same? Agreed. Throw her in the pit.
Soy una persona creyente de Dios.
I'm a person who believes in God.
Oh my, there it is! There it is! It always fucking happens! Every fucking time with these stupid, disgusting people! They always have to say that they are a person of God! Always with this fucking religion! Guys, I couldn't have possibly done anything wrong. I believe in God! Kill yourself! Actually kill yourself, please. Honestly, I hope this depression that you supposedly have actually comes to you so you could just kill yourself. That would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be great.
Hoy que todos y todas, muchas ocasiones, somos tentados por el enemigo.
And I recognize today that all of us are sometimes subject to the enemy.
Candelario said not a day goes by that she
anime.
doesn't think of her daughter and says she prays to be reunited with her surviving daughter one day. However, the judge didn't mince words, saying Jaylin died without the protection of her own mother, who chose to have fun over parenthood.
You committed the ultimate act of betrayal. Leaving your baby terrified, alone, unprotected, to suffer what I heard was the most gruesome death imaginable. With no food, no water, no protection, and lying in her own feces. Ms. Candelaria, you know the responsibility of parenthood. You have a child already. You raised another child. And I've witnessed here before me your parents who showed you love and respect and education.
Give her the chair, I agree.
And they came here to help you, to advocate.
Yeah, she has
for
another
you.
kid, yeah.
More than what
I think the
you've
other
done
kid's
for your
older.
own child. The evidence that I've witnessed here before this court shows that this time you simply chose not to be here because you wanted to have fun.
Yep.
You decided you needed a vacation. And what followed was absolute depravity.
The judge said at any point Candelario could have called for help or had someone come over to watch Jaylin, but
Easily.
she chose otherwise.
Instead, I see photos of you on a beach while your child was eating her own feces in an attempt to survive. Photos mean something. And I'm well aware of mental health, but didn't look like you were too concerned about your child.
The judge said just as Candelario left Jaylin alone to die, he ordered she face a similar punishment of life in prison.
Let's go! I mean, she should get the chair, but life in prison is good enough for me.
Denied her.
The judge said this is one of the most difficult cases to hear.
Dude, just lock her in a fucking room and don't feed her for a week, please. Please. That should be the minimum of what she gets. God.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views, please.